Hi, we're Tanner, Risa, Willa, and Noah. We're a little American family living our dream of life abroad and documenting our experiences along the way. Over the last 6 months of living in Japan, we've made some incredible memories exploring the cities and outdoors around us. More recently, we went camping on the Izu Peninsula, explored jagged coastlines, volcanoes, waterfalls, and onsen culture. In today's video, we're taking it internationally to South Korea, where we're excited to dive into the cuisine and give an insight to our first impressions of the country.
It smells so freaking good, guys.
This view is astonishing. Hey Willa. Hi. Noah. Cheese. We made it.
We did.
Times and places are all in who you share them with. It's life, and the point is enjoying who you share it with. Joy is who you share it with.
It's kind of crazy to think we were 7 floors, basement floor 7. Like, that's really cool to think about the subway system being that deep. These are some of the slowest elevators we've ever been on.
Compared to Japan, at least. What do you see?
So I even see so far away. I even see my food day.
No, you don't.
We're in South Korea. Wow.
So deep down.
I take that back. The elevators are actually fast at this hotel. It was like very quick to get up here, 27 floors, and a beautiful view.
It's so beautiful. It's even bigger than that.
We did it. We made it. Let's go get our room.
What was Daddy?
Ooh. It's a really dirty window.
So beautiful. So.
See all the... Do you guys see how big this is?
And you have 2 of them.
Don't put Risa out on dinner duty, apparently. I did not know how big this was going to be. It literally looked like a picture like this. You want one? Here, let's have this one. And I was like, yeah, like 1 and then 2, because I'm like, we want to try different kinds. Anyways, our first Korean fried chicken experience is plentiful. I mean, the place was really crowded. It looked like a hopping place. There was fried chicken joints all over. I didn't even go to the ones that actually Tanner had searched online because I just had to walk down and go across the street. Yeah, let's get you some. They're hot, huh? But it does look really good. I mean, look at that meat right there. Yeah, that one's spicy. This one's spicy, and then this is an original, and it did come with, it looks like salt and pepper mixture, and then like another dipping sauce on the original kind. There was also an onion one that had like a white sauce, which looked really good. That like stuck right to my lip. I feel like I'm wearing a bottom lipstick. A little sweet, a little spicy, sticky. This is a good first experience with fried chicken. It's really nice and really hot. We spent our first night in Seoul and it's the morning. We're gonna get out and about. It's about 8 a.m. and it's starting to warm up. We're thinking it's gonna be a smart thing getting out early today. And let's be honest, we didn't set an alarm for this. Our kids just woke us up. Yesterday was a full day of travel. We started off with our home in Japan where we walked to the train station. We're on the train for about 2 to 2.5 hours where we arrived at the Narita airport. From there we took about a 2.5 hour flight again to Seoul, and the international airport is actually quite a jaunt here from Seoul, so we took another, I think it was an hour to an hour and a half train to get to our place. It was quite the travel day and we got to our apartment hungry and tired. So of course we ended the night with some Korean fried chicken takeout and got a pretty good night's sleep. Today we're excited to start exploring and share with you guys our first impression. Follow Daddy.
So yesterday when we arrived here in Korea, it was kind of a crazy travel day, but we did notice a few things when we first got here, and that is primarily that there were quite a few unmanned stores. Like, there was nobody there, it was all just cameras and the honor system, even though it's, I guess, kind of the honor system since there's so many cameras. The other thing that we did notice compared to Japan is that Risa went out last night and got some food for us, and she noticed quite a bit more smoking. Just a few differences, of course, coming from Japan. It's going to be interesting to see how things compare to today. Let's go with it.
Weekends, keeping close when you spend away. And in time, what you find is the time is who you spend it with. Joy is who you share it with.
Did a little switcheroo, huh?
Now we're ready to go. The most impressive thing is that Risa did this by herself one time. Sent me a picture while I was at work. And I don't know how she did it, because it would take some talent.
She's gonna go to sleep. Tanner's got us walking down some narrow
alleyways. Little bars and restaurants. Kind of dead at this time of the day besides the bakery.
We're already finding out they've got quite a robust bus system here in Seoul, which is reminding us of our time back in Taiwan. It's fun. You have to like keep your eye out for the bus number and, you know, get on it quick because they're gonna head if not. Anyways, here you use a T-Money card. Very convenient. You tap on when you get on, tap off when you get off. Coming from Japan, we're very familiar with this as they have the Suica cards and the Passmo cards. Definitely something you should get if you're here in Korea.
Yeah, now it's a moment, and a home is who you share it with. I believe.
So we're walking on one of our first little villages of the day, and it's really nice that we got here as early as we did, just for the sake of like, there's no crowds, nothing's hardly open, but it's still fun. We can like see what's available in the event that we want to come back later when it does open. But we stumbled upon this breakfast line that people are waiting, and how many people are there, Riss? Probably like at least 60 people ahead of us, maybe 50 or more. It's for this place called Mill Toast. It looks so awesome because it is steamed French toast and steamed breads.
Like milk bread.
And it's like milk bread. They steam them in like the same places that you see like steamed bun. It looks so good, but unfortunately, I don't think that we're going to be spending an hour of our time waiting for this, especially since we're already hungry now, but still fun to see.
Joy is who you share it with.
Everything looks so good. Well, babe, what side of the road do they drive on?
On the right, which I had actually known that before we came here. And I'm not entirely sure if that's just because that's the side that they chose to, but being so close to Japan, it makes you wonder, like, maybe more of the history of, like, why one country chose the left versus why one chose the right. So.
Do you like South Korea so far? We heard that there was a change of the guards twice a day, one at like 10 a.m. and then one at 3 p.m. So since the traditional village was fairly close here to the palace, we decided why not, let's make it and see the change of the guards. Well, we got in, and as we scanned the ticket, we asked them like change of guards, and he pointed over here to go this way. Well, we've come this way and we're just kind of on the grounds and the time is passing, so I think now we're just gonna stop, enjoy our breakfast, which unfortunately is not like South Korean food. It is bagels and croissants. So maybe tomorrow we can find some traditional like Korean breakfast / brunch. As for now, we're gonna enjoy the grounds and enjoy some of the shade while it's here because it's starting to get sweaty and it's starting to get hot. Our girl is giving me anxiety because she's running down the downhill. Yeah, but she's so dang adorable. Come here, little girlie.
Well, what have you thought so far, babe?
That is a loaded question. Because the grounds themselves are really cool. We do have some sleep-deprived children, and it's starting to get really hot, which it's not like too bad now at this point. I mean, I can feel it. You know, travel just looks different with kids, and that's the truth and the reality of it. I do know that there's a really big lake around, or pond around here, that we haven't gone to yet, but we're currently trying to find our way to the exit. Because what we have seen is really cool, and it's very big, so you can spend a long time exploring it, having a guided tour. The guided tour that we saw into the secret garden was 70 minutes, so with our situation with kids, their stages, even Noah, she's like already off. We just can't give that time, so we're seeing what we can, but trying to be flexible to our family's needs. Yeah, are you ready to go? Did you say go?
Happy with the umbrellas they have on the sidewalks here?
Lifesavers, you guys. We understand why they're here. Literally, like, my arm.
Like 30-degree difference, it feels like.
Difference.
That was a little bit of a bigger nap than I thought. Like we made it, but there are so many buses. A very much needed nap back at the hotel. We all feel rested up, and we're coming out here this afternoon. The temperatures are a little cooler. It's still pretty warm, but we made our way on the bus all the way over here to the Namsan cable car, which offers some great areas to go and hike, walk around, and take a cable car up to a hill and get to see some of the city views from above. So we're gonna just go up there and enjoy for the next few hours before we make our way to our first night market here in Seoul.
I think this girl's happy because she's got a pineapple cracker. We did have some fried chicken for lunch. Yes, the ones from dinner, so it ended up being a good thing that I bought plenty without knowing it when I was ordering. You guys, this view is astonishing. It's so incredible. I love seeing it with the hills. I think this view seems extra phenomenal because Tokyo's so flat, and so you can see out forever, and it's amazing. But like, we love seeing it like built upon a mountainous region and being able to see some pretty incredible mountains. I had to confirm because a lot of them are hills, but like the mountains are out there.
Gracias, yeah.
Willa heard Daddy speaking Spanish with a couple from Spain, and that was really exciting. And even myself, I was like trying to tell her where to press the button, and my mind went to Coco, which is here in Japanese, and I had to ask Tanner, what is this in Spanish? Because I was thinking este. But it's aquí. Anyways, our brain does weird things when you know multiple languages. It's crazy. But back to this view, and it's so densely populated. There are buildings just so compact, and it's not new because again we live in Japan where that's true, but it's just different and it's so cool to see. Okay, so we made it over here closer to the tower, and there's another viewpoint. You guys, this is a 360 area. It is astonishing how many high-rise apartments there are. So cool. So we keep seeing all these no smoking signs. So I feel like last night's was maybe an exception to how it normally is. I haven't come across a lot of people who are smoking, and if they are, they're in their designated area. So maybe it was just the area that I was in last night.
I know that this is something that we see almost every day in Japan as well, but we had to stop here, and I had to stop here and show you guys this large parking garage that is literally a building, vertical building for parking cars. For whatever reason, I'm just still so amazed that they build entire buildings literally just to park in. And it shouldn't really be a surprise because they have parking garages all over the world, but they're just like, I guess, massive and big. So to have this be just like a little elevator that it takes it to its own little place, sometimes it's just a little surprising. This lady has 2 iPhones on her selfie stick. We gotta step up the game. But we just walked into the market here, and it's starting to get like a little darker in the evening, and the food street stands are out here, and I'm looking at these like, I don't even know, egg bread. Bread egg! This is like flashback to like my mission. We had bread egg. Anyway, we have so much food to try, and we are so excited. Let's go in. Okay, let's back up here. Alright, as I was buying this, which is the bread egg, we noticed there's a little ice cream thing on the side, and I was like, that's kind of misleading. But there's actually a frozen s'more right next to it, which is kind of cool. And then I think it's like deep fried after. Excited to try this out. It looks like maybe like a smaller quail egg or chicken egg. I have no idea. It's a sweet bread on the bottom. Wow, like I didn't get much egg on that, but a really tasty sweet bread.
This is a fish cake. It's got kind of a spice to it, and I did not expect that. Handed that over to our 1-year-old. That might have been a bad decision. But I don't love the texture. It's very interesting, very like flimsy. It's got a little like spice to it, which I think is nice because I think it needs it. Otherwise, it's not very like flavorful, just kind of fishy. Yeah, not my favorite. I don't know why I got it because looking at it, I probably wouldn't want it, but people have said it's something to try, and sometimes I fall for that trap. This is also another must try. This one, everyone I've seen said, you have to try this, you have to try this. So this is what we have. I'm gonna probably slaughter this, but like teobaki. They remind me of like little gnocchis just by the shape of them. Took a bite and my mouth's on fire. These are pretty spicy. And I feel like this is like just a very Korean-esque sauce. Like when I think of Korean, I think of kimchi and spice. This is Korean food. Korean street food to be exact. What sauce do you want me to put on?
I don't know. We got tartar, sweet chili. Ooh, this is like a...
Like a remoulade tartar?
No, it's like a tartar sauce, yeah.
Pancakes with like dolls.
In like a big coin shape.
And inside there's cream, you see?
Yeah, cream.
Good morning, huh? Well, it is much too early here the next morning. Last night we had a really fun time exploring the night markets here in Seoul, but even though we went to bed like almost 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, we still got woke up pretty early by this little munchkin because, well, she had a nice long nap for a good hour before we got home, and then I just think circadian rhythm was like, oh, It's 5:30, 6 o'clock, time to get up. Switching out this morning, taking my turn for the morning, and it's softly raining, which is kind of nice, but not really much. I don't think it's really gonna rain much more here in the next little bit. Overall, the night markets were really fun, and we enjoyed trying the different foods that were there. It reminded us a little bit of the street markets that we visited in Taiwan, with the exception that it does seem a little bit more westernized for kind of like the food options. More of like the corn dogs, like the cheesy Korean corn dogs, you know, cotton candy and other things. Not that they didn't have some of those types of foods in other night markets like in Taiwan, but it definitely seems a little bit more westernized here in Korea. And to top it all off, even though we did an extra like 15 to 20 minutes of walking to get there, we got what Risa was really looking forward to, and that was getting some Korean shaped ice, or bingsu. We got 1 mango and 1 strawberry bingsu, and they were so nice, and it felt just really good to like sit down finally after being on our feet for a couple hours. After we wrapped up at the street market, we decided that we were going to walk the 20 to 30 minutes back to our hotel rather than taking a bus, and we're both really glad that we did that. It was really perfect weather outside, a light breeze, like maybe in the mid 60s, low 70s. Today our hope is to see more of the south and the west side of the city, and we are just scratching the surface because this place is huge. Well, here we are, made it all the way to the evening this afternoon. This morning we left the hotel and went to a supermarket, had a blast, so be sure to check out that video. We love going to supermarkets, so it was easy to spend several hours there. This afternoon we've taken it slow. We've been trying to go and find a playground. Unfortunately, the one that we went to looked really good. That's not the unfortunate part. What is unfortunate is that it was all like getting remodeled, so it was closed. Chose that playground because it was right next to Hongdae Street, which is the area that we're in right now. A very famous area to get some street food, to check out some music, as you can hear. Restaurants, music, shopping, all of the works here. It definitely has a more younger vibe. Lots of college-age students because the university is just across the street here. Yeah, much different than the one that we were at last night. So hopefully we're gonna be able to find some really good food tonight and just enjoy exploring.
You guys are families sticking out like a sore thumb, I feel like. This area seems to be catered towards younger populations. I mean, I have seen one stroller, but we are definitely in the minority. K-pop, bright lights, bars, pub, party scenes. I mean, it's fun for us to see. Not the most family friendly at this point. Like, I feel like everything's safe. Like, that's not a concern. It's just like, you know, not exactly our scene with 2 little ones and a sleeping baby and a toddler on my back.
가벼운 산책도 괜찮을 거예요. 내 어깨에 기대보는 거 어때요?
What is happening right now? Your ears pierced? Are you so excited? You've been waiting a long time, huh? Good breaths, Bug.
Ready? You can do it.
You can do it. Ready? You got it. You did it.
Are you okay?
You did it. Good job. You were so brave. Good job holding still. Your earrings in.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Yeah.
Wow, you're so brave.
She's putting the back on your earring so then it won't fall off.
Wow, it's so brave.
Wow.
Are you okay? Wow.
You're so brave, Bug. Are you so happy?
Yeah, look at him. Yeah. He said no touching. When we sleep, you have to lay on our back. Not like this, like this.
She's so big, our little big Willa Jean. Look at her. Aww, my mama heart.
First chicken skewer with green onion and sweet chili sauce on it. Move the pillows closer.
Bye-bye.
Where it all began. Are you excited to go to our next place?
Yeah. Get it.
The blue one. Woo!
Let's go into it.
Hey! Where are we going?
To the market.
The food market. One last time, huh? Our last morning in Seoul. We're super excited. And then we're gonna go where after the market? Yeah, to the airport. Then we're gonna go to an island. Jeju Island. So stay tuned because that is gonna be an amazing time, huh?
Nothing like a bustling Sunday morning time here at Gwangjang Market. It is so quiet. It does say it opened at 9 o'clock and it's like 9:15. Mostly just like textile. We'll hopefully find some breakfast this morning.
Octopuses.
Or show them the tentacles.
Fishes.
Wow, they are big.
They are so
I think Willa is definitely hungry, and we finally came to the most busy section of the market this morning, and it looks like they're frying some sort of pancake of some sort. I don't know, but it does look really good, and there are so many delicious smells coming in.
Yeah, over here. Hi, Hannah. Say hi.
I'm seeing so many fun things and actually places to sit down and eat, which is really fun. So we're here early enough. I think if we find something that looks good, we'll have a spot. We're seeing lots of noodles, seeing tons of kimchi, I'm seeing sweet rice drink. I don't even know where to start.
Eat the seaweed. I don't know what to add or what
Spice. Yeah.
to order my noodles.
Yeah, we ordered them. Noah is a huge fan of this Korean food. Are you having a donut? You like it?
Happy girlies this morning? That was so good. It was simple, like the soup itself and the broth was like simple. It had nice little shavings of zucchini in there, a little bit of seaweed. The broth was really nice, simple, warming, and the dumplings that we had as well, really good. Kimchi. Everything was just really nice, and we didn't even recognize it, but they had a little poster on there that had like the lady that was cooking there with Netflix on it. So we watched like the Asian street food eats over a year ago, I think, and we didn't even recognize that this was the same booth that was on that show. So it was really fun to see, go there, get to sit down and eat, and they were all so cute. Just, I mean, the girls definitely get a lot of attention here, and they were definitely just like saying hi, 안녕, and it was fun. A really great experience, and a fun breakfast. Now we've made ourselves a little stop here. We've got some donuts, a regular and a lemon donut, and Willa also got a mixed fruit smoothie, so the girls are thoroughly enjoying those right now. Well, we couldn't help but pass up a chance to get another donut. And this one is sweet potato and the other one is just with sweet rice flour. So, glutinous sweet rice. Glutinous sweet potato.
Sweet potato glutinous donut.
So hot, so fresh.
I tried the sweet potato glutinous ball, and the best way for me to describe it is fried mochi. That's what it tastes like, is fried mochi. I think that's the sweet potato bit in there. The other donut has cinnamon sugar on it, so to me it tastes like a bomb churro. Except it's a donut, but it tastes like a churro.
It's fun to see all these people here from China and Japan. It looks like that they're all here. I could be wrong, but they're like doing math, like writing stuff, asking for the sizes of like these quilts and comforters. But like this is just like, I don't know, 30 meters off from like the very busy place, and it's dead quiet, and it looks like it's just mostly for textiles and stuff. So wow.
So you thought we were done here, because we did too, but we turned the corner and we're like, oh, it says another bakery, and I was like, I wonder if it's open. 4 more donuts later. Today I'm just gonna deem as donut day. I kid you not, everything in there looked amazing. She told me that the recommended one was sweet potato donut, but after our last one I was like a little hesitant to get another sweet potato one, so I didn't, but I did end up with a blueberry yogurt one. Can't see the inside of it yet, but based on the picture they're filled with cream. I got a coconut milk one, blueberry yogurt, a milk bread because that one looked good, and then I can't remember what this one was. Oh, this one was a green tangerine yogurt. Sounds pretty good, right? We will see. These will probably be some airport snacks because we need to walk and have a second from the fried glutinous balls. But is she asleep? Yeah, Noah's asleep, so we're gonna go to the airport. You guys, like we mentioned, we're going to Jeju Island, so stay tuned. It's gonna be such a fun adventure. We've absolutely loved this experience here in Seoul, taking you guys with us on our adventure. There's a lot of first impressions. There are so many cafes, coffee shops here in this city. That's what I feel like. There were some on every street, honestly, and from big names from Starbucks to like Mega Coffee to smaller chains. There's just a lot here, and that was definitely something we noticed. One other thing to mention is that the konbinis were a little different from what we were expecting coming from Japan. I feel like my initial thoughts were that Korea and Japan, South Korea and Japan would be more similar. However, it's so fun to be here and be reminded that each country just has their own culture. Food is vastly different. Of course, there's a lot of similarities too, but I personally was surprised at how different they were. She's looking a little big.
Yeah.
It's so good, guys. I was a better choice, and it's so good.
You made a really good choice to come here, huh?
Yeah.
It was a fun choice.
Well, flash forward here in Busan, we've made it, and we're so excited because we got to our hotel, dropped our bags off, and then Willa decided that she wanted to get some noodles for lunch. She picked a picture that was recommended from some restaurants. It turned out to be a very popular place with handmade noodles, and it was very delicious. Since then, we've been walking around exploring until we can check into our hotel. We've got ourselves a fantastic watermelon juice and an even better blueberry smoothie that we're enjoying. And now, to tide us over, we're gonna go get some dumplings. Well, it's the next day and we're on our way to our next adventures, but we did want to mention that last night we had some very nice fried chicken delivered to our apartment door, which we love so much. You could even order it up until 11:30, I think, at night was the last order, sometime around then. But it was awesome because we just called in, our hotel actually ordered it for us, and then they showed up right to our door. Right now we're making our way to a suspension bridge here along the coast of the bay here in Busan, and then we're going to be taking a cable car ride across the bay. We're really excited for this one because it has amazing views. So we're going to start walking first to the suspension bridge.
Busan's really cool because it's located right along the coast, and like there's so many hills amongst the city. So there's like patches of like densely populated areas, and then like a big hill here, and then on the other side beneath it is another densely populated area. So it's really cool because then the ocean's just kind of spread throughout, and anyways, there's lots of bridges, and here a cable car over the ocean. I don't think we've ever done that before. Before we hop on that though, I wanted to share a few more impressions of Korea. That's what this video is focused on. One thing that definitely stood out to me yesterday while walking the streets here in Busan was that drivers here seem to be a bit more aggressive, especially compared to in Japan. In Japan, we've always felt like they are very cautious and they are slow to approach like crosswalks, and especially if they see pedestrians, like they stop very early on. So because of that, I'm probably just like hyper aware of it, but I just feel like I'm really having to like double, triple check to make sure there's not a car coming. And when I do choose to cross, like we're walking fast. Sometimes we're even telling Willa to like jog with us because they just come quick. They're not slowing down very much, and we're in a very populated like touristy area. Maybe we're just having, you know, the tourist experience, and other places drivers are a little more cautious, but here they just seem to be a bit more aggressive. Another thing we've noticed while just walking around is that there are so many skincare shops. We knew South Korea was world known, world famous for their amazing skincare products. However, I think I'm still surprised to see just how much focus is on it and how many like physical shops there are. Being in the States, I feel like there's a huge emphasis on like aesthetics, and there's a huge beauty culture. And so living in Germany was really refreshing to us because although people still, you know, take care of their bodies and their skin, and there's definitely a wellness culture in Europe, I just feel like it was less like aesthetic based, and I really appreciated that. Like I loved it because I do think, at least being American and my experience in the States, was there's just like a hyper focus on it. And here being in Korea, I feel like I'm getting more of that like same culture. And then legit within like half a block we saw, well actually like within like two buildings width, we saw like 3 plastic surgery offices, and then right next to it was like a advertisement for bodybuilding, skincare again. From our opinion, it just seems like there's such like a focus on aesthetics, appearance. I have to say it's just been nice to kind of be a little less touched by that. In Japan, they definitely have some amazing skincare, and they focus on, you know, their bodies as well. There's a huge wellness culture, and it's there, but I just feel like I'm not seeing that as much like in advertisements. I'm not seeing like plastic surgery places that much. I don't know, even when we were in Tokyo, I didn't really notice it in the tourist spots. So there it is. There's some of our impressions so far. Wow.
Blow on it, Noah.
What is it, Willa? Do you remember?
Hot dog, and what's in it? It has, what is it?
Sweet potatoes
Sweet potatoes
on the outside, and hot dog on the inside.
Mozzarella and hot dog.
Sweet potato. There you go. Wow.
Cheese it?
Good?
Is it cheese?
Yep.
Wow! Look at this view though, it's so cool. Look at all the hills.
I can use fun.
Oh, you use them all extra? They have these fans in here. It must be when it gets very hot and humid, which thankfully it's not very hot, but it is humid because the sun's behind the clouds. Look, that's what you were on, Willa.
Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, that's a good thing. There's a couple sections where it's broken. What's the headlight?
Say no, thank you.
Here you go, Noah. Yeah. Yeah, tuna.
Fish.
Mom.
Yeah, tuna.
Those are Mama, that's tuna.
Now we've made it across the cable car and we're on the other side of the bay and we're just doing the seaside walk that's kind of fun and elevated right below the cable car, and then yeah, you can just see more of the bay. So we're just walking along. Fun little murals here on the ground for the kids to look at the different fish. So
And it's free.
and it's free. Types of seaweed on that cart, which is really cool. We made it here to Bupyeong market after we've left the beachside, and this place is really cool. It definitely seems a little less touristy compared to the other food markets that we've been to and markets in general. The whole reason we came here is because there was a highly rated Vietnamese restaurant, and so we came here, had some lunch, and now we're just exploring, seeing the different types of seafood, kimchi, and other fruits and vegetables that are here, and it's been really fun and just nice because it's all covered and shaded, so it's not too hot. Not too far from here is the largest fish market in Korea. We aren't going to go there today just because we feel like we've seen all the seafood that we really care for at this point, but it is just a few bus stops down from here and close to this area, another thing to do. We're spending a little bit more time right around this area because it smells so freaking good, guys. Like, this is a mill and they're grinding up all different types of nuts, seeds, legumes. I see wheat, I see rice, like popped rice, I see almonds, cashews, motorcycles all over the place.
Millet beans.
Millet beans. It's actually quite incredible and it smells amazing. What's really kind of unique about this whole thing is that there's an entire section right here behind me, and it's not food or not like meal supplements. It's actually for skincare, which is not surprising because there's tons of skincare places here in Korea. Right, we're here standing next to like a bunch of meal replacement bins, and anyway, the smell is just so, I can't even explain it. It's just like a comforting, savory smell that I love. Nutty, right?
It's like yeah, it's like what you would think of like a grain mill, yeah.
But it's just like so close in here and it just smells so good.
I literally thought that they were making just like fresh grounded flowers. So seeing that it's like for skincare is so wild to me. I did not expect that. I would be so interested to read up on that to see like what the powders and masks are like when it's freshly ground right there. It makes me want to grab a bag. I'm not going to, but it does make me want to, and maybe I'll wish I would have later on once I do look into it. It's an early morning and we're on our way to the airport. So yesterday we had a decent day. It was pouring rain, so we didn't get out too much, but we did have fun exploring the supermarkets, which is something we love to do. We honestly view doing that part of like the cultural experience of going to a new country. We love seeing what people eat, what they buy, what they're going to use in their daily life. We explored a store that reminded us just like Sam's Club in the States, and so we were reminded of our home a bit. We also enjoyed a second night of some Korean fried chicken. That was by far the best fried chicken I think I've ever had. Perfect amount of sweet and spicy. I think that's the food I'm going to be missing the most. But you saw in this video, we had an amazing time. We tasted a lot of food, saw a lot of things. Now it's time to go back to Japan. But for you guys, you're going to be seeing more of our experience here in Korea. So stay tuned because we're going to take you with us as we explore this beautiful country and take you from the north down to the south and to a couple different supermarkets. We'll see you guys in the next video.